Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve.
Apparently, there we go. Greetings, and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays. This is Liza Boubari. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Well, today I am in a whole different place. Today I am privileged and honored to be amongst the best of the best at a mastermind called Prosperity Camp with Greg Reed. And you know, I'm in Carlsbad near San Diego. And if you don't know it, it's in the most amazing place that there is, near the ocean, near everything that it is absolutely wonderful. So today is going to be a special thing. It's not about healing, but for those who do not know who I am, my name is Liza Boubari, and by trade, I am a clinical hypnotherapist. So as a hypnotherapist, what do? We overcome challenges. We can shift habits and behaviors, even overcome fears and a lot of things that no longer serve us or give us a block for us to move forward in life. And if you know me, you know I have done 7 root canals with absolutely no anesthesia. That means the power of the mind over body. And if I have done parachute jumping with absolutely no fear of coming down, guess what? Today is going to be amazing, because today we're going to overcome another thing. And I'm going to showcase you that I, myself, I'm going to overcome a fear factor that usually when I see smaller ones, I call somebody else. Today, I have an amazing guest. His name is Jay Brewer. Jay, would you come and join me? There you go.
How's everybody doing?
All right. So, Jay, please introduce yourself.
So my name's Jay Brewer. I have a page called Jay Prehistoric Pets. You can look later. But anyway, the funny part is Liza here was refusing to do what I'm gonna do, and the fun part about it is she's gonna do it. But it took a little persuading.
Yeah.
I had to use some of her own terminology a little bit.
That's right. Overcome obstacles and realize that sometimes fears are what? False
evidence.
Emotion.
Okay,
Emotion.
False evidence proving real.
Right. False emotions appearing real.
Yeah.
So we have more control over who we are, what we do, than what we truly believe. Is that true?
I believe that is the most powerful thing a human can find, is the ability to step past their fear into their future. That's
into
actually
their
for
future.
them. Right.
In a way, that's how we build success.
That's how I did it.
That's why we're at the Prosperity Camp. It's all about prosperity, bringing abundance. Now it can be abundance of wealth or abundance of things that crawl. So for me, years and years of looking at a show, there was a show that was that people, it was a live show on TV that they would crawl into insects.
It's called Fear Factor.
Oh, good. He said the word, fear factor. Now, I can understand overcoming a lot of things, but eating insects, being with reptiles, and going in places that it's like, why would anyone do that? For money? Was it for money?
Well, it's funny. You'd said about jumping out of airplane. I decided at one point in my life, I have a few fears. I always tell people to get over their fears. So I said, I'm going to jump out of an airplane and I'm going to learn how to scuba dive, because I wasn't a very good swimmer. So those are 2 things that I pushed against, because I decided, talk's cheap. Eating that food isn't a fear to me. It's just disgusting. So I ain't going to do it, and I don't have to do it.
I'm Liza Boubari, and this is the 3E event. Journey within and harness your inner power, September 29th and 30th at the Westin Rancho Mirage Resort and Spa. Get your tickets today at the3eevent.com.
Okay. So, please tell us what got you into this line of work.
Oh, it's probably longer than your podcast, but we'll make it simple.
My podcast can go as long as you are.
So basically, I started out as an orphan that had a really tough life, and when I was young, there was no money, didn't have anything. So basically, I would venture out in the fields and catch snakes and lizards and frogs and different things for entertainment. What else was I going to do?
They became your buddies.
They became something I could go do. They became a dream, something I could go imagine. I'm going to find this, and I'm going to find a bigger one of those and a better one of these, and so that's what I entertain. That's how I entertain myself.
And amazing. There is nothing in our life that happens to us, but everything is for us, right? Hi, Arthur. Glad you're joining us. So, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for a living for 35 years.
35 years. Yep. Okay, and you are located at the ReptileZoo in Orange County?
Yeah, and we're in Fountain Valley.
Okay.
Which is basically Orange County, Southern California.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So next time you want to take your kids or you want to go somewhere to be entertained or shock your system into knowing that you are very much alive and present, you can do so. Is it like the San Diego Zoo that people go, or is it specialized that you go only for this?
It's reptiles. It's literally reptiles. It's not a big place, but it's a very popular place. I'm kind of amazed. I mean, yesterday I had three major people from three major countries come. I mean, it was just, I get to do incredible things.
So it's a place of destination.
It's a destination for people from all over the world, and it's kind of fun. I call it living the dream, because when I was a little kid, I used to think, oh man, I went to this one place called the Alligator Farm and it went out of business. And I went one time and it was like instantly out of business. And I had kind of a dream of like, man, that'd be cool. And now I'm that. I mean, but even now with the internet, I'm that all over the world. Me and my daughter have managed to get 52 million followers.
52 million?
Yeah.
You're amazing.
We've had months where we've had 1 billion views in 1 month.
Okay.
So we're a little crazy.
Yeah.
Because we talk about fear. My daughter was born with almost no fear.
Okay.
Me, I have
How old
fear.
Is your
but
daughter?
We all have fear, but some of our fear is hidden behind some things that we won't let anybody know. But
how old is your daughter?
She is. I have 3 daughters. The one that's working with me full time right now is 30 years old.
Okay, so she's not a little kid.
No.
Okay. And she's been with you throughout your life and her life. Do you have these at home?
We've had things at home, but we have big things. We have snakes that can kill you in a bite. We have gators that could rip your arm off. We have, she's grown them up from babies, some of them. And so we have very unique animals.
Okay, Jay. I'm all about psychology. I'm all about the power of the mind and the subconscious. Mm-hmm. Would you please let us know, why do most humans, have fears of the crawling stuff, especially snakes and tarantulas and things that it's not norm as a pet?
I think it's real simple. You open your Bible and it says snakes are evil. You turn on your TV set and they're using animals to scare you every day.
Okay.
And so I think that 80% of it is perceived from what you're taught. The first thing we have to do is learn our own minds what the reality of life is. How many times does somebody not like somebody because somebody said they were a bad person and they were a perfectly good person? You know what I mean? So we have to find our own way and learn our own things. So I think that one of the things we have to first be taught is that the ruler we're taught is not always the right ruler, especially for your life, and your own life.
Exactly, because in school, little kids, they like to play with insects, and laboratories is all mice and rats and everything. And then we see one rat and women jump.
Right.
So it's because of what we don't know, our own power.
Fear alone is the unknown.
Okay.
I mean, right? I mean,
the
it's
same
a dark
way
room.
as some people have fear of hypnosis, which is the most natural thing to do.
We're scared of mostly on the unknown. We're scared. I used to be scared of electricity because I didn't understand it. I was scared of jumping out of an airplane because I didn't realize the actual fears that were involved were mostly fake. You know what I mean? Oh, my chute's not going to open. You know what I mean?
Oh my
And there's
God,
a
that's
dozen.
the best feeling.
Yeah.
Jump.
So there's a lot of things, you know, I've lived my life to try to push against my fears. And
Okay.
it's paid off well.
Well, thank you for
I feel
that.
like I found my own way.
But I have to ask. I see a lot of bites and cuts
Scratches?
in here.
Oh, yeah, well.
Bites and cuts.
Yeah, well, does that mean it's that? Obviously, it must not be a big deal, huh?
Yeah, we do heal, don't we?
We heal amazingly.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying, I don't suggest that jumping out of a plane, throwing your chute out beforehand. I think you need to be educated before you go take a risk. But I think learning about your risk is the first thing I always tell everybody. If you're scared of a snake, go learn about snakes. If you're scared of a...
Okay, let's talk about
Yeah.
snakes. I live in an area that there's trails. I walk my dog.
You see rattlesnakes?
I see a lot of coyotes, okay? And I've never seen a rattlesnake. So educate me about snakes. If I were to see a snake, is it when it's coiled that it's bad or when they are moving?
Okay, so here's a perfect for instance. The first thing I teach people with a rattlesnake is if they see a rattlesnake, the worst thing they can
How
do...
do I know it's a rattlesnake?
It doesn't... Well,
There's
you'll be
different
able to,
snakes.
You'll be able to see the rattle on the end of it.
Okay.
If somehow you can't see it because it's in a bush, if you get close enough, it's going to rattle
Okay.
to warn you. But the first defense of the snake is to pretend it ain't there. So,
Walk away?
correct. And the key word is to walk away because
No run.
if you run away, you
Just
can,
like a dog, they will
you
chase.
can no, you
Oh.
could trip, you could fall, you could step on one that you didn't see and get bit. Because if you step on one, it's going to bite you. That's its like last defense.
Okay.
It has no interest in you as a human being. It wants nothing to do with you, and it's 10 times more fearful of you than you are of it.
Really?
Yeah, because everything out in the wild is always trying to eat somebody else out in the wild. So birds of prey.
The jackrabbits.
Right. They're waiting out for a rabbit, and birds are waiting out for the snake. You see, so all of a sudden,
Evolution of life.
It's kind of like life. If you want to start a fight, it's very simple. If you let everybody live their life the way they're supposed to live their life, and you worry more about how you live your life will be easy, right? Much easier. Am I talking your language? Okay. Well, it's the same with snakes. If you just let them be, walk away, everybody's happy. If a rattlesnake is laying straight in front of you and it's not moving, it's because it's convinced that you saw it, and it's convinced that if it moves, you're going to for sure see it. So It's
Okay.
going to lay and pretend it's still. If it sees you early enough, it's going to take off as fast as it can to get away.
Get away, not towards me.
Oh, no. Snakes don't chase people. Now, if you go
That's
get in a
good
little
to know.
tiny corner, if you go stand in front of it and it's trying to go that way, you might feel chased because it's scared and knows where home is. And wherever it's going to go, it has a place to go. It's like standing in front of a mom when their child's on the other side in danger. You're going to get in trouble.
Well, I love being educated because when you are educated, when we know, it's so much easier for us to deal with something we know than the unknown.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's the first step, I think, in fear is to go educate yourself about whatever fear it is.
Okay.
Whether it's business or anything,
So,
health.
hi Armin, how are you? We are talking to Jane Brewer from ReptileZoo. We're talking about reptiles and why we have so much fear factor. And today, as a hypnotherapist, we know I educate, I help my clients overcome challenges, habits, behaviors, fears, everything. Today, I'm going to be overcoming one of mine, which was things that crawl. So
I told her, don't worry, it doesn't crawl, it jumps. She was trying to talk herself out of it, and I was like, I just immediately, she messed up and told me what she does for a living. So I said, I told her, every time you open your mouth, you're setting a trap for me to be able to catch you.
and see the words that I use and the word he uses, trap. It creates more scarcity for you. It's like, I'm gonna trap you. Okay, I'm gonna think of it as a golden cage that I can,
Bro,
actually,
what was my choice? You said no, I could You said I could bounce. What did you say? I could what? Leave?
Eject.
She
Top
could-
Gun. Eject.
She can
eject.
eject, and I said, or she can grow. That you can grow. That's your choice. Because in life, almost
grow.
all fears end up with a huge growth after you pass through them.
Thank you for that.
So,
Thank you, because when I do this, I want to also share with my clients, you can do this.
great risk, great reward.
You know, in life we have to take risks, because if we're not going to take risks, we're going to remain where we are and then resent ourselves for not doing it. And the resentment, the self-punishment, self-doubt is worse than anybody else doing it.
I always
for
laugh
us.
when I see Snoop Dogg say on his sound, he says, the first thing I want to do is thank me for believing in me.
Yes!
And it sounds so stupid, but without that, you will go nowhere.
Exactly. So, in the words of
Yeah, there you go.
Snoopy, I was going to say Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Look
Snoopy.
what I got.
All right.
Look what I got.
All right. Okay. All right. This is bigger than I thought it was going to be. All right.
With no further ado,
with no further ado,
How-
Liza.
how many of you are out and how many of you are in? That's-
Okay. Is she a girl or a boy?
She's a girl.
She's a girl. Girls are nicer or boys are nicer?
I
How
don't-
would we know it's a girl or a boy?
It depends what time of the month it is. I'm just kidding. First thing I do is laugh your fears off.
As long as this thing does not jump, I am fine.
So I'm gonna
Where's
tell.
my insurance?
I'm gonna tell everybody the real truth. So Rosie has been.
Rosie.
Rosie's been
That's
with
the
me.
name of my grandmother.
They're
Was
even
the
better.
name.
So 7 years I've had her, minimum, maybe 8. She's very docile, and she's a Chilean rose tarantula, and they are known to be very docile in the first place.
What's a docile?
Now I'm going to show you guys.
Very
some fun.
home.
Look at the fangs. They're about a ½ inch long. She's got giant fangs.
Okay.
That's to help her with her fear.
Yes.
'Cause remember, education is where you start. Come on. So, are we having fun yet?
All right, let's start with this.
Okay,
No, let's start right here.
Okay.
No, let's start right here.
Okay.
There we go. Not upwards, downwards. Upwards, not downwards.
Hey,
Not
Greg,
upwards,
where's your
downwards.
Where's your restroom?
Rosie.
So Rosie
Rosie.
here actually really likes
No.
people.
No.
Whoa. You can't jump. You can't jump. So Rosie's, let me tell you something real quick, okay?
Yes.
Rosie could get hurt if she did fall.
Yes.
Because
Oh.
Rosie has an exoskeleton. But the
All
good
right,
news is
she cannot crawl on my
Rosie's
breast.
never bit anybody
She
in 7
cannot
years.
crawl on my breast.
Oh, I don't think. We found the off limits.
Off limit.
So, how about your hand now?
There we go.
Okay, here we go. So Rosie, see, we're gonna move one
she
step
soft?
further. She's sweet. She's
Aw.
sweet, wonderful animal that loves people. She literally. See, as soon as you get to understand Rosie, you realize that she is absolutely the sweetest tarantula on earth. So let everybody see her. So
That's my hand.
she did it. Don't worry.
Ah.
Don't worry. Make
It's
sure
okay.
everybody gets to see Rosie. I think she did. I think you did great.
I did great.
I think you did fabulous.
You know what?
What?
For someone who kills the little
Oh,
rose, I know.
Easy.
Don't.
You didn't hear that, Rosie.
Windex. She is a sweetheart.
Maybe you'll look at him a little different. Maybe you'll start brushing him into a cup and letting him go.
I can do that. Thank you for that. You know, Rosie is sweet.
I promise you, Rosie's a sweetheart.
Rosie
And
is
like a lot
sweetheart.
of fears, they're way overrated. But that doesn't mean you go run and grab every tarantula that you go see. But it does maybe mean you don't stomp on every tarantula and every bug you ever seen. Because there are little animals too, and they like to live free, just like if you get to live free, when you let yourself out of your own traps and your own fears, you get to have a wonderful, easy life.
You know, one of the things is, I think the way I laughed and everything, I was expecting the crawling to be completely different than how sweet it was.
Yeah, they actually have lots of hands and lots of feet, basically, and each foot actually has a little bit of a hook on it. Let me feel it. And you can see that's to hang on because they can't fall because they can get hurt. So, there you go.
Thank you, Rosie. Thank you for being the best experience of me overcoming my own fear of tarantulas and crawlers.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job.
So for today, I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to Jay. And if you have any children or anyone in your life that you are in the Southern California, in the Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, Orange County.
What do you mean? How about
adults. Yes, you. So go visit, enjoy, and I want to say thank you for being a part of Heal Talk Tuesday. This is called Heal Within. Now, I believe I have healed myself one step further. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
I'm Liza Boubari, and this is the 3E event. Journey within and harness your inner power, September 29th and 30th at the Westin Rancho Mirage Resort and Spa. Get your tickets today at the3eevent.com.
Thank you for being here. If you want to check out some of the testimonials that I've got, click right here. But if you want to go back and watch other videos from a week ago, 2 weeks ago, even a year ago, click right here. See you next time.